I always wanted to restore this car.
Yeah.
Tell the story of Madman Muntz.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. I'm probably going to sell this car.
Hold on. And I found out some fascinating stuff that I think you need to hear before you decide to sell. This is a very special Muntz.
This is a 1952 Muntz Jet.
There's like a billion reasons why Muntz Jets are cool and worth having, but what made you particularly want a Muntz?
Well, I actually have a personal story with Madman Muntz himself, because right next to Galpin on the 405, Muntz had his stereo shop, so I drove by that all the time. But what's even cooler is when my dad was driving me to school when I was a little kid, I would see Mr. Muntz himself driving his white jet and getting off at Roscoe Boulevard, and then my dad would take me to school. And I would so look forward to seeing Madman himself.
Yeah.
And every time I saw him, it was cool. And I always thought his car was so cool.
It is so cool. And seeing like the guy whose name is on the car, driving the car every day on the way to school, you can't beat that.
And he was a fascinating character. I mean, he was really famous in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on Johnny Carson and all kinds of things. He made a boatload of money a bunch of times. First was in television.
There's something about a Muntz TV.
Supposedly, he coined the term TV. What's really wild is he would just start taking parts away.
Yeah, so like to make it cheap, right? Guys would be working in the assembly line and he would cut components out until it lost screen or audio, and then he'd be like, okay, I gotta put it back.
What's set in all America costs so little, works so well.
And that's how he made his first fortune.
That's incredible.
And his second fortune was in used cars, and I think that's when he really got the madman.
Yeah, because he kind of came up with the whole idea of like, my prices are so low, I must be crazy. The madman thing.
Exactly. The whole, the Napoleon thing.
The Napoleon hat is so he would wear a Napoleon hat, which used to be shorthand for crazy.
He'd have these lines like, I'd give them away, but Mrs. Muntz won't let me. And, I buy them high and sell them low. I mean, they're just kind of crazy things. But he kind of developed this like over-the-top personality. The guy was a true character.
Yeah.
And then, Curtis made basically this car.
Right. So apparently Frank Curtis made a sports car. It was just a two-seater sports car, and Curtis was known for making like those little midget race cars. So it was like genuine race car. And then when Muntz bought the rights to it, he was smart and he thought a market for two-seater cars is too small. So he lengthened it, put in a back seat, and then this is the result.
Well, was he really smart though? Because I mean, it was already failing, and he actually did the whole thing. He bought high and he sold low.
Yeah,
because he couldn't sell them for what he spent on them.
Yeah, he lost money on every single one of these,
didn't he?
He
lost $1,000 on every car.
So yeah, he was a madman.
Right.
Let's look inside this thing because I think it's incredible.
They came with these wild interiors.
Whoa.
I'm not sure if this was original or who did the next one. When I bought this car, it was just at an auction. It wasn't running. They actually towed it up to the auction stand, and no one was bidding on it. So I thought, here's my chance to get a Muntz.
It's amazing.
Look at this
it's
thing.
It's all snakeskin. It's like a snake exploded. The headline, and this is a convertible top, right?
Yes.
And it's, I've never seen a convertible top with a headliner like this.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It is.
Even the
the visors are snakeskin.
This
so
thing's
many
supposed to smash into.
This is ahead of its time. Like a padded dash. In what year was this? 52?
1952.
A padded dash, because they used to have just metal dashes. They'd hose off and sell to someone else in a wreck.
And of course, the madman.
Yeah, there is.
Steering wheel.
With the Napoleon hat. So I mean, what other car has like a literal caricature of the person who runs the company acting like a crazy person right there in the center of the wheel?
You gotta love it. There's a lot of charm.
Look at the radio mounting is fascinating too. Like nobody was doing this. The radio at an angle and so many instruments. It's got a gradient meter.
In performance?
I don't even know what that measures. But I mean, for the time, it's incredible.
It's a cool car. So this one, honestly, I always wanted to restore this car.
Yeah.
Tell the story of Madman Muntz.
Yeah.
So, the question is, should I sell it? I never got a chance to do that, but at the same time, I don't know when I'm gonna get around to it. I'm probably gonna sell this car.
Well, hold on. I don't think you should sell it. And I've been holding out on you a little bit because I actually reached out to the Muntz society. I guess there's like a whole Muntz car society. They did some research on this particular car, and I found out some fascinating stuff that I think you need to hear before you decide to sell it.
Okay.
So this is M125. It's the 20th car to come off the production line in Glendale. This was built in Glendale, not when they moved production to Illinois.
Holy crap, because that was, first of all, I was born in Glendale, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
And there were only like 30 cars that were built there. I just assumed this was the one built in Illinois.
Well, apparently this is the 20th car to roll off the production line in Glendale,
Holy
California,
crap.
they said. And here's what she found out. They said, this appears to be the first Muntz Jet to be fitted with steel fenders and doors. The ones before it would have had aluminum. But she doesn't know. She said we should try to confirm if the fenders or doors are steel.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out. Because if it actually is, then this will be the first one. This will be the very first one where it wasn't aluminum.
You got a magnet?
Yeah, we need a magnet. So the thing we should check are fenders and doors.
Thanks.
So let's check the fender. Let's just see. So if this is steel, if that sticks, then this is a historic. There you go. It's steel. So this is the very first steel fendered and steel doored Muntz. Let's check the doors too, just for
Man, it's stuck
it's
on
a lot
there.
of steel. There we go. See, check the door too.
Wait a minute. That's an aluminum door.
So the door's aluminum. Is that?
Oh, this is
aluminum too.
Aluminum fender.
This is even weirder because I think her thinking was this was either going to be
That's clearly a
steel fender. You know what I think? I think this was in the transition. I think they were going to steel. They probably still had some aluminum doors to use up. I bet
Holy
they used the
crap.
last of the aluminum doors and then put on the new steel fenders.
That's incredible.
It is incredible.
What else did you find out?
Well, let's see. So, okay. So this is especially interesting. So you had an option. You could get these with either Cadillac or Lincoln engines. This one was outfitted with the Lincoln engine, but you could, as an option from the factory, you could get these Edmunds finned aluminum, like a better heat dissipating cylinder heads,
let's
and
check
an
that
intake
out.
manifold that has dual carbs. So this should have that spec. And let's see. So pull the thingy. There we go. Okay. Does it have a? Oh, it's got.
Oh, those are
The twin carb.
Oh, it's custom.
That's the special cylinder head kit, I think.
Yeah, Edmunds custom.
Edmunds, yeah, that was who did the cylinder head.
Yeah. So this has the.
This is the Lincoln engine with the custom cylinder head and the intake manifold that handles the two carbs. But I think it's a Lincoln engine.
No, it's the Lincoln engine.
A beautiful green.
That's the one I wanted. Wow.
All right.
It's crazy that this has all that aftermarket, and these were original.
This was like the hot version. This was like this was the fastest way you could spec this car.
Incredible.
Yeah, it is
Wow.
incredible.
I'm blown away, actually.
Yeah. It's in great shape
That's
too,
so
actually.
cool.
So here's the thing about all those engine changes. The reason this was ordered with what was the hottest engine you could get in a Muntz was because the guy who owned it, he used this car to drag race in the early 50s. And it won many events. It won the season championship at Merrimont Speedway in 1953. And actually at that time it was mint green. But this is a drag racing champion car.
How is it possible that a Muntz, that this thing, won drag races? That doesn't make any sense at all.
I think things were slower back then, but
Holy
with
crap.
the extra stuff they optioned, like those cylinder heads and the dual carb manifold, I think it gave it a decent amount of power.
Well, apparently it
won. Can't argue with
What else
that.
you got in there, man? This is amazing.
Well, like I said, it used to be mint green.
Whoa.
All this interior, the snakeskin, looks like it was original from the factory, but this is even more fun. So after its racing career, it spent a solid decade, from 1975 to 1985, at the Harrah's Museum in Reno.
That was the most prestigious collection, maybe of all time, but certainly of the era.
That was a huge deal. And like to be at the Harrah's Museum was a big deal. It was there for 10 years before it was sold to like the next person, and then after that person is when you ended up buying it. So look, I think based on this, based on what we now know, I think this is an extremely special Muntz. I think this was the Muntz that was the transition between the steel-bodied Muntzes and the aluminum ones. I think they had steel fenders ready to go, and they still had a backlog of aluminum doors. So I think this is a one of one in a way. This is the Frankenstein one.
So this just went from a Muntz to the Muntz.
Yeah.
One of the earliest cars.
Yeah.
Aluminum or a aluminum transition car.
Maybe the only transition car.
I didn't know this was all Muntz equipment.
Yep.
It was a first place winning
Racing pedigree.
Drag
racing
Muntz.
champion.
It ended up in Harrah's museum for some time.
Yep.
And then someone just randomly painted it red and threw it through an auction with no fanfare. I just bought it because it was there and cheap.
Well, this is a very special Muntz.
There's probably maybe a few Holy Grail Muntz, like maybe the first one built.
Sure, the first one, the last one.
Yeah, the one that
Probably
Muntz drove himself.
The white one he drove.
But this one's got
It's got to be on the list.
everything.
You can't sell this. You can't sell this Muntz. This is a fascinating Muntz.
So I guess that question, should I sell it?
No.
I'm not going to sell this. Are you kidding me? I'm going to restore this. I'm going to make it back to its original gorgeous mint color.
Yeah.
We're going to get this thing running, and we're going to celebrate this car.
We should.
We now own the property where Muntz used to be at a stereo shop.
Which is even more incredible. This is going to be great.
Jason, oh
I'm
my
so
gosh,
excited,
you saved
Beau.
this car. You saved our Muntz.
This is the best possible outcome.
Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. This is like finding buried treasure.
I know, it's amazing. It's a ton of fun.
Wow.
I don't know how many more times I can pull something out of my butt like that, though.